Okay, welcome to Let's Play Wayward Souls Curse of Shadow. This is the fourth video in the series. Today I'm going to be playing the Adventurer, Cyril the Adventurer, who's my favourite character. And I'm going to play the fourth area, which is called the Labyrinth. Okay, and that's not a secret, you can see it right there. So let's have a look what makes Cyril so good. Okay, he has a charging attack that doesn't stun anyone. He's got a short sword, not as long as the warrior's sword, but still the sword's good. And he has good health regen at fountains, and he has two good abilities. So let's see if we can find some enemies and check out what they do. So here you go, his amulet. Stuns two guys, ranged attack penetrates them. And his lantern, when I get a chance, that's the lantern, damages enemies, blocks projectiles. It's very powerful. Okay, not only for the ability, the defensive ability, but also just to clear lots of enemies really fast. There's no limit to how many people the lantern can hit. So just cast it a few times if you're surrounded by spiders or something. You know how it is. Burn them. Alright, so the labyrinth, as you can see, we're getting enemies from the other acts. There's also a few enemies unique to the labyrinth. And this goes for 20 floors, although I've never actually gotten that far. So here you can see a combination of a drudge from Act 1 and then a homunculus and demon from Act 3. Even though the homunculus and demon are from the same act, they not usually show up in the same biome, so you don't usually combine until you start getting to these modes. When I say the acts, I mean the different areas, the dungeon, the mines, the tower, and the catacombs. Now Cyril, you can see I've got that ogre potion, which is one of the warrior potions, but he can also get any of the rogue potions and mage spells, as well as the common potions like that hourglass you see up in the top right. So, and I think he might have a few pickups that are unique to himself, not just his ammo, but I mean spell wise. Oh, here's an upgraded version of a boar I don't think we've seen before. Can I stun it? Yes, temporarily. This is tough. Lots of boars. The big one's taken care of. These guys are just boring. Pun intended. Okay. More boars, boar spirits, regular boars. Owl. I thought I killed that guy. Where does this go? I know you saw a fountain down there. I'm going to go back and check that out in a second. I just want to see if I can get a teleport point this way. No, it's alright. I'll go and I'll come back. The teleport points are supposed to save you from walking, but it doesn't always work perfectly. I think this might be a rare room down here. There's no reason for there to be a fountain otherwise. It could be a secret boar cave. I think that's what it is. These green things, you can't touch them or they hurt you. It's an interesting enemy. And there's stuff like that in Robotron and other classic games, but these kinds of static defenses have been less popular these days. Can't think of a lot of games with them in it. That's a lot of boars. Okay. One thing when you use that... Oh wow, I didn't realise I had that much range. It stops you from moving for a second. I think I critted on that spell cast, which is possible. So you have to be careful that you're not too close to melee enemies. Even ranged enemies who are blocked from attacking can hit you if they're right next to you. So where's the fountain? Was it back at the start of this area? Yeah. Oh, and there's another one. That must be the main fountain for this level. Okay, where are we going?
I got some pizzas, they were cheap.
From where?
Woolies.
Okay.
$5 each.
I'm just doing a YouTube recording at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Liz is home. What kind of pizzas did you get?
Got my gluten-free one, of course. And then, I got something in as well.
I meant what kind of toppings?
Oh, pizza quattro formaggi and pizza pepperoni and pizza mozzarella.
Okay, sounds Italian. One thing, compared to Mage Gauntlet, I feel like the spells in this game, like that fireball, don't do as much damage. You would think it would, you know, kill these pigs, even the big ones. Is this a dead end? Oh, okay. There's two other avenues to explore. That's not it. It must be this way. Oh, there. It was right next to the start. I don't mind, we got some gold. We found a fountain, we're back to full health. This way? I don't know. Oops. So I guess one thing this game uses is when an enemy flashes, I think it means their attack can't be interrupted. So that's common even if you haven't seen a particular kind of enemy before. You can still figure that out. Although there might be some stuns that'll work anyway. A bit chaotic in here, don't you think? I hate these bats trying to chase them around while other people are throwing stuff at me. I should actually use that amulet because the enemies seem to drop millions of them. The lanterns are a bit more precious, but more useful as well, so... Most people in most games conserve their consumable items. The common thing is in Final Fantasy, when you get to the end, you're fighting Sephiroth, you've got 1,000,000 elixirs. I could go and explore the rest of the map, just in case there's an upgrade that'll help me later on, but instead I just found some treasure and a whole bunch of enemies. That's not what I was looking for. The treasure I was, but not the enemies. Super boar. And just like in Dark Souls and similar games, sometimes you stand too close and keep attacking instead of backing off. More treasure, more enemies. All of the favourite things, oh my gosh. Will everybody stop trying to kill me? Oh, now you see how useful the lantern is in a chaotic room like this. It'll block the attacks of that cragworm, it'll block the dynamite, and it'll damage everyone around you. Okay, this doesn't look like a dead end up here. Dead ends are usually 3x3. So it's a Ember Forge. Upgrading the lantern. Either give me stealth or one that follows me. I'll take the one that follows me. Then I can spread the damage around a bit. Okay, more shadowy enemies. Freaky things. They don't do much damage, or I could just run past them because they're not in a locked room. Well, this was useful. I found a shrine and another branching path. There's a dead end. It's a branching path into 2 dead ends. That's useful. Okay, how are we going? Floor 4. Now we're starting to get more tower enemies. Drakeos' Grave. Second shrine bonus. Yeah, you recognise these guys, the dogs. So I think this purple dog is a little bit faster than the normal ones. Or maybe I'm just making excuses for him hitting me. That's also possible. That's a lot of gold. I've gotten 4 of the gifts so far. So the last 2 I got have helped me with my energy use, which means I can do this charge attack more often. Oh, I didn't see the Resurrector there. Drudge Resurrector. Hey, a pet. Let's take it. Bonus loot chance. I think that means you can get more ammo pickups and things from boxes. One good way, a couple of good techniques I learned for dealing with those stealthy guys who go around behind you is if you choose which direction you face, then you can sort of control which direction they'll come at you from. I'm going to keep exploring, see if I find the fountain and stuff. The other thing is that you can sidestep when they come to stab you, instead of running directly away when they'll usually still hit you because their stab has a decent range. You can make them run circles around you. So if they're fast, you sometimes end up doing a bit of a dance where neither of you can hit each other, but it's better than them hitting you and you not hitting them. Okay, these purple ones I almost always take damage because I'm trying to kill the summoner before it summons too many things for me to control, and then I end up getting hit by all of the smaller ones. That's a bit of target priority for you. It always summons 3 in one go. If you get hit by one of its summoning orbs, then you don't have to fight that thing, but you'll take damage. Pros and cons. I really need a fountain now. And maybe a weapon that gives me more health from fountains. I don't see a summoner. I'm not going to explore any further up there in case there is one. Okay. I'm standing too close to these charging guys and not going around to the sides. Circle strafing is what it's all about. I feel so slow. I wonder why. Maybe it's a secret drawback for the adventurer. No summoner. Good. The music sometimes randomly gets loud. That's good for building tension. Or you can just change it on your speakers. Okay. Two summoners, just what I always wanted. I'm not going to be able to fight my way to these guys. Oops, wrong spell. What about a fireball? What about ogre oil? That'll stun them whenever I hit them, so it'll give me more time to get back to them. But I think I've run out of ogre oil now. Stop summoning things. Ah, I'm dead. I forgot I had a health potion as well. Oh well, I wasn't expecting to beat the whole labyrinth, but that was still pretty decent gold intake. So right now I'm just putting my money into leveling this guy up. So once I have another, that looks like about 15,000 gold, I'll be able to get this upgrade, which lets you do more retaliatory damage after getting hit. Anyway, thanks for watching number 4 of Let's Play Wayward Souls. See you next time.